Well guys, welcome back to Gideon Stuff, and Merry Christmas from the Southern Rockies. I hope you guys are having a great holiday season. I'm having a great one. For one, I got my truck back from the shop. It's a Christmas miracle. I couldn't be happier, and it's because I have my truck back that I was able to crawl through the snow out here and film some videos for you guys. So, I'm actually filming this on Christmas Eve, and I'm going to be trying to edit it and upload it before Christmas Eve is over, so it's going to be one of the rare instances where you guys see a video the same day I film it, and I've got a couple other videos to film that we will be uploading throughout the next couple of days. So, it's that time of year. It's time for me to do my recaps on all the stuff that I reviewed this year. And today, we're going to be starting out with a video I haven't done before, I don't think. We're going to be looking at the knives and gear that disappointed me this year. And let's go ahead and get right into it. So, first of all, I want to say that this is not necessarily a list of bad gear, right? I reviewed some truly awful things this year, and none of them are on this list because this list isn't about stuff being bad per se. It's about things that I expected to be a lot better than they were, or things that I thought I'd enjoy a lot more than I actually did. So, keep that in mind as we go through this, and let's just go ahead and jump right in. So the first thing we're going to talk about is a knife I don't actually have with me anymore. It was the Rake, I can't remember what the number was. It was a multi-tool. And there's a couple things about this that disappointed me. Although you might be surprised to see it on this list because it did get a overwhelmingly positive review. So this was a neat multi-tool. But I was disappointed by the pliers on it, which were not real great. And the overall chunkiness of the tool wasn't the best. It wasn't exactly what I'd been imagining it would be. And also, I found it to be just a little bit difficult to mod. They gave you, Torx bits, or Torx hardware, but taking the knife apart was, not as fun as it could have been. And I wanted to take those pliers out and swap them with something else, but I didn't have anything else with me at the time. So that was a little bit of a disappointing tool, but honestly, I would still recommend it. It was good, and I'm probably going to get another one, but a smaller one that's not quite as chunky. I don't have that tool with me right now because it was actually stolen. When my backpack got stolen, it was in my backpack, so that's a different kind of disappointing. All right, next up, let's talk about a knife that I was really, really looking forward to. The Kizer Towser K. Oh my goodness, guys, I thought this was going to be one of my new favorites. This knife had been hyped up so much from other people, and it was just disappointing to me. And the thing that was disappointing was the lockup. The lockup sucked. The knife would come unlocked. It just didn't have a secure lock, and in my mind, that made it unusable. And so that was a huge, huge disappointment, and made me very, very sad. Moving on, this one, again, this is a knife that's not bad, but it was disappointing to me. The CJRB XL Feldspar. Now, this is a knife that I was absolutely in love with. You guys know I love the Feldspar. It's one of my favorite knife designs of all time. And so when I saw this one at White Mountain Knives, or when they first announced it, I was super excited. I ended up not being able to purchase it at the time. I just didn't have funds, and I thought they all sold out. And this year I saw, oh, they're not sold out. I'm going to get one. And so I bought this one, and a couple things disappointed me about it. Number one, the action just wasn't that good. It had a very weak detent. I've since adjusted it a little bit, made it better, which has, right there, that wasn't even a good flip. It's made the knife a little bit better in my eyes. The flipper tab has no jimping. There was just a lot of things with this knife I felt like they could have done better, and in the end, this is a good knife. This is a good knife, and I'm happy to have it in my collection, in my Feldspar collection. But it was kind of disappointing me out of the box, and it didn't give me the fizz like I wanted it to, and so that's why it's on this list. The other thing that disappointed me was this carbon fiber. It's supposed to be, blue fat carbon, and there's only a couple flecks of blue. So, that kind of upset me. Alrighty, moving on. You guys are going to be really surprised to see this one on the list. And again, this is not a bad knife at all. The Miguron Moyarl. Okay, so I'm actually giving this knife away, and it's because this is a good knife. I would never give away something that's not good. However, this is not a knife for me. I was hearing so much about this knife this year. Everyone was talking about, oh, it's so amazing, it's perfect, and blah, 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 best budget knife ever. So I was super excited to give it a try. Picked it up, and I was pretty disappointed. Now let's talk about some things I like. Build quality on this thing is excellent. The action is maybe one of the best budget knife actions I have ever felt. It is a fantastic action. However, where this knife doesn't do it for me is in the ergonomics. This knife just felt blocky and unbalanced, and when I'm back here, I felt super far away from the edge. When I choked up in here, it just felt awkward. And so I just couldn't love this knife because of the ergonomics. And I felt really, really bad. Everyone else I talked to absolutely loves this knife, and it works out for them. So maybe it's just me, but that's one of the reasons I decided to give it away, because, hey, if it's not working for me, maybe it'll work for one of you. So there we go. But yeah, just a knife that was really, really hyped up. And when I got it, I was just like, it's not for me. Speaking of the giveaway, I posted a video yesterday. If you have not entered, go and enter. We've got 3 awesome packages that I'm going to be drawing from. All right, and our last piece of gear that disappointed me this year was the Camillus Camtrax. Now, I'll confess, I did not expect this thing to be good. I mean, I didn't expect it to be great, right? But I like Camillus. It's no secret. I have a soft spot for Camillus. And I got this, and I was like, and I decided this will be a kind of good emergency tool, right? I'm going to keep this in my truck, and, you know, when there are no other options, I'll have this, and it'll be good to go. No. Wrong. How wrong I was. This thing was an absolute piece of garbage. It doesn't work as an axe. The saw part, the multi-tool saw thing, is terrible. Yeah, this thing just sucked. I do not like this thing at all. The ergonomics are bad. You can watch the full review for all the details, but yeah, it's not a good tool. Now, hopefully, I did buy a Camillus folding saw recently that I hope is good, because this saw was terrible. I think this one's going to be a lot better. I got to do some testing on that, but yeah, that tool really let me down, and it's so bad that I don't think it even works as a last ditch, no other options type of deal. It's just not good at all. So there we go. Those are the 5 pieces of gear that kind of disappointed me this year. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. It's kind of a downer, but tomorrow we have my best of the best this year. So I think you guys will enjoy that video. I hope you do. I'm really, really excited about it. We've got some really cool gear on there. But until then, Merry Christmas, guys. I hope you have a great holiday season, and I'll see you tomorrow. Adios.